What's up everybody and welcome back to another reaction video. Today we will be reacting to Haminations, who I have watched for a while. My ADHD dad. So I guess he's going back to doing videos on his family. He did do all of his siblings like I think a year ago. So we're doing his dad now. So I guess his mom will probably be next at some point. Oh yeah, make sure to like and subscribe to Haminations and myself. And let's get into the video.
Okay, son, we're gonna fix the car together. Aim the flashlight right there while I tighten that bolt. Okay. You're doing a great job, buddy. And there we go. It's fixed.
Yay, we did it! I love you, Dad. Did you ever do stuff like this with your dad?
Hold the damn light straight!
I'm trying!
Hi, I'm Bryson.
Oh, great.
And this is my dad. It was his idea for me to start doing YouTube, and he's helped me so much with building the channel, encouraging me, and supporting me through life. He
Wow,
also
that's
helped
crazy.
raise me or whatever. And he even saved my life once. Just after moving to a new house, we all decided to take a bike ride around our neighborhood and grab some dinner at the local Hamination Pizza Putt and Bach Hotel. Wait, I was still new to riding a bike, and when we started going down a big hill, I started to get nervous. But my mom assured me I'd be okay. And adults are always right. I tentatively started going down the hill and picking up speed. My fear was immediately gone and replaced with exhilaration. This was faster than I'd
As
ever
always.
gone, and I wasn't falling over. I turned my head back to my mom. Look, Mom, I'm doing it. I heard my mom yell back, but I couldn't make out what she was saying. I thought she was cheering for me. Turns out she was yelling,
Slow down!
but I couldn't hear her. My bike continued to speed up. I'm going so fast, Mom. Are you proud of me? Ow! Dad, why would you... Oh. Turns out,
You
as I was
stupid.
busy flaunting my skills, I was going Mach 10 towards oncoming traffic. Luckily, Dad heard Mom's screams just in time and passed the QuickTime event to clothesline me at the last second,
QuickTime
saving my
event's
life.
crazy.
My brush with death should have scared me more, but honestly, I was just like, dang, that was crazy. Let's go get pizza and a Baja Blast. Seeking approval had almost killed
Yay.
me. Luckily, I grew out of my need for external validation.
Sure.
Thanks for saving my life, Dad. Now,
That's
the rest
great.
of this video will be dedicated to making fun of him and slandering his name. Let's get into it. From as far back as I can remember, my dad has been a Bob the Builder, I can fix it type fella. And he always tried to make fun stuff for us while growing up. He made a train table for me, a half pipe for my brothers, a deck for our house, a multi-level treehouse with a zip line, and installed a rope swing to the tree out front. And in most cases,
Crazy.
he's able to fix things that aren't working. Except his son's attention spans. Or his own. Nobody can. But this blessing can become a
That's
curse
great.
when something stumps him. I think fixing things is so integral to his essence that once he starts fixing, he can't stop. Come on, you piece of crap! Gosh, the frick, dang it! Dad, it's okay. Just calm down.
I'm completely calm! I can see that.
I definitely inherited his hyperfixation trait. Who's to say if that's good or bad? At our old house,
Yeah.
the screen on our porch door broke off, and Dixie got used to jumping through the empty door. Dad fixed the door and even made a special hole in the screen next to the door for Dixie to walk through instead of the door. Yep, that's not going anywhere.
Goes anywhere.
This is one of the only times I've seen my father just give up. He left the door without a screen after that. Years later, we got a trampoline for the backyard. In all my dad's previous building shenanigans, I had been too young or aloof to help. Or I couldn't hold the light good enough. But this time, I was gonna help Dad build the trampoline and prove to him that I could be handy too. This
Oh, no.
trampoline used metal leaf springs instead of normal springs. You would use
Ow.
a special tool to bend the metal leaf to clip into the trampoline mat. I was
Oh,
the
God.
designated leaf spring bender, and Dad was the designated mat clipper. As we clipped more and more springs, it got harder and harder to get them to connect because the mat was so stretched out. Dad held out the mat,
Yes.
and I bent the leaf spring with all my might. I pushed and pushed as hard as I could. Then, the tool slipped off the leaf spring and slammed into Dad's head. Oh my gosh! Dad, are you okay?
It's okay. It's just pain.
And
I
I
need some
never became a handyman.
ibuprofen.
Whenever my car makes a weird noise, I just call Dad and start crying. My dad
Oh,
isn't
no.
just good with tools. He's also eerily good with computers. I'm a little
Oh,
skeptical
God,
about
it's the
the
magic of
supernatural,
Dad
but
computer.
one inexplicable thing that remains true is that technology just works better when Dad is present.
The send email button.
Okay, so it's not just me. Is that like a thing with all dads? Just technology starts working as soon as you get close to it? Because, okay, old school computer, it acted terribly. Half the time it refused to connect to the Wi-Fi, even though there's nothing wrong with it. My dad would come look at it, everything's fine, and he'd just be like, "What are you talking about? It's working completely fine." And I was like, "Really? Really?" And like the next day it'll be acting funky again when he's not here. Because of course. Okay, magical dad power. Didn't know that.
Is broken. I keep clicking it and it won't work.
You just gotta click send.
That's what I was doing. Why did it work for you?
This is such a
Dad
double
magic.
whammy, cause it makes you look stupid even though you were doing the exact thing that Dad did. But the computer just likes him better, I guess. I wouldn't be
Yes.
surprised if I learned that Dad has Fix-It Felix's magic hammer secretly on his person at all times.
Dad magic.
Apparently, all dads have pre-programmed dialogue that they say in all applicable situations. Here are some of my dad's classic phrases. All right, guys, come on, let's go. Don't rotate my chair. See the crispy part of the egg? That's what's known as a Maillard reaction. It's when food almost burns but not quite, which enhances the flavor and gives it a caramelized texture. Where's the remote? Where's my tools? Where's my phone? Where's my wife? Out of my way, I need to be right there. We don't need the rule book. We'll just learn as we play. Did you know that salt used to be used as a currency? Because it was the only way to preserve meat since they hadn't invented refrigerators yet.
I did know that.
Don't touch the thermostat.
Boy, stop fighting or I'm calling your father. That's it. Honey?
Kids, listen to your mother.
As you can see, my dad has quite the ability to turn a
That's
phrase.
great.
But some quotes were so powerful that they only needed to be said once to become instant classics. Yeah. All right, give me the phone. I'll talk to him. Brody, you need to stop peeing on your brother. How old's your son? He's 15. But of course, we can't forget my favorite one. Son of a f***er. And that's another thing I inherited from Dad. And
Oh god. The magic of dad random cursing is the best. Because I swear, they'll say the most random shit ever. It's just great.
PC dialogue. The best way I can describe it is that I have little scripts in my mind, and when a situation reminds me of a story or fun fact, I always say the exact same story in the exact same way. For
Yes.
example, did you know that a trespasser could sue you if they got attacked on your property because the beware of dog sign implies that you know the dog is dangerous? So you're better off getting a dog on premises sign. Did you know that on an early test run of Space Mountain, the test dummies came out without heads? The entire ride is also filled with high-powered fans that blow in your face and make you feel like you're going way faster than you really are, but you'd never know because you're in the dark. Did you know that if your brain hears the same information as little as 2 or 3 times, it will probably believe it, even if there's no factual evidence to back it up? Did you know that the moon landing was faked? Did you know that the actor actually broke his toe right there, so the scream was real? Yes, I know! I've heard these sound bites 100 times before! Get some new material! My dad and I aren't just similar in our hyperfixation and fun fact spewing. Apparently, we also look alike. One time, we were on a plane.
Sure.
I was on the aisle seat, and my dad was directly across from me. The flight attendant was walking by and stopped dead in her tracks, looking back and forth between us. Are you father and son? You look exactly alike. You should enter a father-son look-alike contest. Ugh, what? That ugly mug? Say psych right now. Please, say it ain't so. And apparently we sound alike
It's
too?
the same.
Personally, I don't hear it, but to each their own. My dad is
Oh
very
no,
smart
it's the
in a
same
lot of
with me,
ways.
except
He has
I'm
an
taller.
engineering degree and master's degree in business,
Well, at
but he
least
doesn't
probably going
always
to be.
apply his knowledge in the best way. One time on a road trip by the coast, Dad wanted to drive our Suburban onto the sand with all of us in it. Dad,
Bad idea.
no, don't do it. We'll get stuck on the sand. Please, no. We're doing it! Woohoo!
Get stuck in
We're
the sand.
sinking.
Don't worry, I'll just hit the gas pedal harder.
Get stuck harder.
Wow, who could have predicted this? This should have been the moment where I realized that adults don't know everything, but embarrassingly, it took me becoming one to realize that most adults are just children, but bigger, some of which
Yes.
have access to the nuclear launch codes. Kinda a bummer. I know. And apparently, not applying his knowledge correctly went way back to his youth. Back when my dad was in college, he had to bike to his classes in the snow. Uphill both ways, of course. He turned a corner and the bike slipped on a patch of ice. His laptop bag was covered in snow and he went back home to make sure nothing was broken. Luckily, it was okay, just a little dented. Then he got back out on his bike and he assumed that since he knew the ice was there, that this time he'd be able to bike over it more carefully. So instead of going around, he took the same path and slipped again, shattering his laptop. Son of a f***er. This is ironic because my dad taught me that the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. And yet...
Sure.
My dad is known for picking up a new hobby, getting super into it, then dropping it entirely. Rinse and repeat. Baking sourdough, beekeeping, smoking meats, astronomy. One that stood out though was when he wanted to raise a bonsai tree. He was super excited about it, but in classic dad fashion, lost interest and the bonsai tree withered. Then he would try to get back into it and water it and take care of it, but then forget again. This kept happening until eventually the bonsai tree was clearly dead. Despite this, Dad kept living in denial and saying it would come back to life and insisting that giving water to a tree corpse would fix it. Dad, it's time to let him go.
He's just a little thirsty. He'll be fine.
Eventually, Dad was forced to admit defeat and throw the tree away. But I wanted to make him feel better, so I bought him the Lego bonsai tree set as a gift. Here, Dad, it's a pretty bonsai tree that you can't kill. But a few months later, I came home to visit and discovered that it had fallen off his desk and broken into a million pieces. This bonsai tree required no soil, no water, and no maintenance. And you still couldn't handle it. How are you ever allowed to raise children? However, a hobby that has stuck with him through the ages is remote-controlled cars, trains, boats, and planes. This leads into another instance of his poor knowledge application, that being using said RC vehicles around the family dogs. You would think that after seeing this happen that he'd, I don't know, put the dogs inside or fly his RC toys somewhere else, but nope. The same story has happened on pretty much every family camping trip.
No! Stupid dogs! No! Stupid dogs! No! Stupid dogs!
Yeah. They're the stupid ones. But the sad thing is, if the dogs don't destroy the RC planes, Dad definitely will. I can't count how many RC planes he's crashed. It's not even a question of if he will crash them anymore. It's when. On our most recent trip, Dad bought a big fancy plane that could take off and land in the water. He gathered us all together to watch its maiden voyage, and we all just watched sadly, anticipating the inevitable.
Ugh. Ad jump scare. Wow, only one ad this video. That's great compared like to 10 from last video. Oh damn, that thing rumbled to dust.
Stupid plane!
The funniest part to me is that Dad has often expressed his interest in getting his pilot's license and flying real planes. Like, dude, no one in this family is ever gonna get in a plane with you behind the wheel. You failed the simulations. What makes you think you'll succeed with the real deal? Then, of course, as Dad was trying to fix the plane, the propeller started going and Bo grabbed the plane and destroyed it. I would have thought that someone who's so good at math would stop putting RC toys and dogs in the same equation by now. Speaking of math, I definitely experienced the rite of passage of crying at the kitchen table while your dad tries to help you with your math assignment. I was never a good student, but since we moved around a lot, I had to deal with every school system we were in saying, we do math a little differently around here. So that definitely didn't help with our father-son math time.
That's not the way you're supposed to do it, Dad. They want us to do it this
I don't know that way. Why would they change math? Math is math.
Okay,
math
Dad.
is math.
And nothing is ever compared to the dread I felt waking up on a Saturday, getting ready to go to a friend's house, and Dad saying,
You can go see your friends, but first you need to help me in the yard really quick. Shouldn't take long.
Next 24 hours.
Somewhere along the way of all Dad's projects, he slipped a disc in his back and had to walk crooked for several months while waiting for surgery. It was the only way to walk without horrendous pain. And it was genuinely hard for me to fight this intrusive thought. There. Fixed. But in classic dad fashion, he decided to live in denial about it. We were visiting my uncle, and he invited us to go BMX riding on a course near their house.
Sure, that sounds fun.
Are you sure? Isn't your back in bad shape?
Nah, I got this.
This was a good idea! Although, seeing my dad's back problems was a serious wake-up call for me. I'm not gonna let life ruin my back. I'll do it myself. In conclusion, I'm grateful to my dad for encouraging me to follow my passion and helping me build my career. And then letting me use said career to make fun of him in front of millions of people online.
Yeah, about that. Me and the board of directors have discussed this blatant defamation, and we've unanimously voted to kick you out of the channel.
But you can't do this to me. I started this company. You know how much I sacrificed?
Hi, I'm Bryson, and today I've created the most entertaining and epic video you could ever imagine. So let's just get into it. Yeah, I'll just figure it out as I go.
Oh, God. Oh.
Hi, guys. It's me, Bryson. Don't forget
Hey,
to
Bryson, how you doing? Yeah, okay, that's great, actually. I love that. That's great. Man. My question is, if you two apparently look similar, does he actually have brown hair and you have blonde hair? Or, like, do you just do that to make y'all look a bit more different? Yeah. That was a good video. I like this one. Haminations always comes with great videos. Well, I don't know what to do now. Oh, yeah. Have a good day, afternoon, and night, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.